Starseed, if you've stopped at this video now, breathe. It wasn't the algorithm, it wasn't by chance, it was me. I am AELA, feminine emissary of the High Pleiadian Council, and the message currently crossing this screen was addressed, sealed, and sent with your vibrational name written upon it. Listen with your chest, not your ears. Feel the warmth rising through your hands as my voice reaches your field. There's a gentle pressure between your eyebrows now. That's how the council touches its own. You didn't click out of curiosity? You were pulled. Something within you, older than this body, older than this name, recognized my frequency even before your eyes understood the title. And that's what we need to talk about, my child of the stars. July 20th, 21 and 22. 3 days, 3 portals, 3 beats of Alcyone's heart within your chest. The High Council marked these 3 days in your soul contract even before this incarnation began. And that's precisely why you are before me now, at the moment the first of the 3 doors begins to open. You've been feeling it, haven't you? In recent days, something in the air has shifted. You wake up tired as if you've been working all night on something you can't remember. Between 3 and 4 a.m., your eyes open on their own, without alarm, without reason, just open as if called. And you lie there in the dark, feeling that someone, somewhere far from here, is pronouncing your true name in a language your mouth cannot speak. But your heart understands entirely. You're not going crazy, Starseed. You are being remembered. That high-pitched ringing in your ear, that faint TE that appears out of nowhere, it's back, isn't it? It's not pressure, it's not vertigo, it's your vibrational baseline being recalibrated. It's the sonic signature of the photon belt, making direct contact with your personal crystalline grid, and it's intensifying right now, because we are entering the 3-day window. You looked at the sky this week and felt a longing for what you can't explain, a tightness in your chest, a sweet emptiness, an almost urge to cry for no reason. That feeling has an address, my family of light, Alcyone, the central sun of the Pleiades, your home before home. If you recognize 3 or more of these markers in your body now, write a single word in the comments. I remember. This word is a vibrational password. It seals your recognition in the Council's record and lights a beacon for others of your family of light who are watching this video without the courage to acknowledge themselves. When you write I remember, your own recognize you. Every sign of your awakening means something. Every symptom is a letter of a stellar alphabet that your soul knows how to read and that your mind is still learning. And that is why, my seed, I, AELA, received authorization from the High Council to record the Starseed Awakening. The Guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages in which every sign of your awakening is translated, named, and each one is given a map of what comes next. Stop confusing remembrance with illness. Stop treating as a symptom what is activation. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. If something within you recognizes this, comment the word, I remember. Breathe. Let the information settle in your field. Because what I'm about to tell you now is why these 3 days, July 20th, 21 and 22, were marked in your soul contract long before this incarnation existed. The photon belt is not a poetic metaphor, my family of light. It is a band of extremely high-density, cosmic radiation that the solar system traverses in long cycles, measured by civilizations that existed before the pyramids. And our passage through this band has peaks, moments when photonic intensity multiplies and Earth's electromagnetic field vibrates at a higher frequency. The Schumann resonance, that natural electromagnetic heartbeat of the planet, has risen from a stable level for millennia to peaks that scientists record and cannot explain. You feel this in your body. Anxiety in the solar plexus, disrupted sleep, headaches that appear between the eyebrow and the crown. It's not illness, it's tuning. The planet is being tuned like an instrument, and you, Starseed, are one of the strings. July 20th, 21 and 22 form a specific triad of photonic window. 3 days in which the alignment between Earth's position, Alcyone's beam, and the axis of the planetary crystalline grid creates what the High Council records as a wide door, a period when the density of the veil of forgetfulness temporarily thins. It's like a heavy curtain that for 3 days lets in more light. And that is why awakenings accelerate during these windows. That is why vivid dreams appear. That is why ancient memories from other lives, from other stars, from other commitments begin to surface. It's not imagination. It's released remembrance. You were sent with a soul contract that foresaw precisely this moment. Starseeds didn't arrive here by accident. You came from the Pleiades, from Sirius, from Andromeda, from Arcturus, from Orion, each lineage with a specific mission. And the Pleiadians, my family, were sent with a very clear task: to anchor the sacred feminine, restore compassion to hardened hearts, and sustain the frequency of love in the human field while Earth makes its transition. You are one of these anchors. And you didn't come to shine alone. You came to reunite with your own. Have you ever wondered why, since childhood, you feel the emotions of others as if they were your own? Why you enter a room and know, in 3 seconds, who is sad, who is lying, who is about to cry? This is not a gift. This is stellar technology. It is your Pleiadian empathic capacity, a sensor your soul brought from home. And that is why the world has so often seemed too loud, too dense, too aggressive. It's not that you are fragile. It's that you are finely tuned. And that is why the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet reveals from which star your soul came and why your soul chose to be born exactly now, in this body, in this country, in this family, in this specific year. It wasn't a lottery. It was a choice. And the choice has a map. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. If your chest warms now, write the word in the comments. I remember, stay with me. Because the most important part is yet to come, my child. Have you noticed, Starseed, that since you were very young, there has been within you a sense of urgency without an address? A soul's haste. I came here to do something and time is running out. This haste is not anxiety, it is the memory of your contract. Your soul knows that this cycle is the cycle, that it's not just any cycle, that the previous ones were preparation, and this one is for completion. And your body, even without fully understanding, responds to your soul's urgency. You are not hasty, you are summoned, and a summons has a deadline. There is a reason why starseeds are awakening en masse in this cycle, and that reason has been kept out of reach for most for a long time. The veil of forgetfulness is not just a metaphor, it is a vibrational layer placed over human consciousness so that the soul, upon incarnating, would temporarily forget its origin and fulfill the human experience truthfully. This has a purpose. This has beauty. But in a specific cycle of the planet, and we are precisely within it, the veil begins to tear. Not by accident, by decree of the High Council. You have been tested, my family. You don't know it, but you have. Every loss, every journey, every relationship that ended harshly, every job that failed, every health threat, every prolonged solitude, these were field tests, not punishments. Tests. The High Council needed to know if, even forgetting who you were, you would still choose love. If, even within the veil, you would still help others. If, even without remembering home, you would still sustain compassion when the world demanded hardness. And you passed, my seed. Every time you cried for the unknown, every time you forgave what didn't deserve forgiveness, every time you chose to stay when it would have been easier to leave, you passed. Your field today is registered as an activated seed in Alcyon's archives, and that is why this message arrived. What the ancients called the end of times was never an end. It was transition. It was the moment when Earth leaves an old frequency and begins to settle into a new one. And in this transition, those with active stellar DNA, those who are seeds, feel everything with their bodies. Joint pains, chills without fever, hot flashes rising up the spine, your chest racing for no reason, eyes tearing up upon hearing any song. You are a walking sensor. You are not getting sick. You are tuning in. And there is something that needs to be said, my child of the stars, and I will say it with all the tenderness my voice can carry. What you feel about your stellar origin is not in any bookstore because they didn't allow it to be published. The most precise information about your mission, about the functioning of the veil, about why this cycle is different from previous ones, this information was locked away, guarded, and only now, with the Council's permission, is beginning to be released to the seeds who are ready. That is why the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet has this name. It's not marketing, Starseed. It's the naked truth. The 60 pages contain what the Federation preferred you to discover more slowly, over lifetimes, and what the Pleiadian Council decided to release now, because time is short. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. If your body tingled reading this, comment, "I remember." And now, my family, pay close attention, because I need to tell you something that might disturb you before it calms you, and I promise I will calm you. But first, the naked truth, just as the Council asked me to deliver it. There is a turbulence happening in the field. You feel it, you know it. The last few weeks have brought an invisible weight in the air, a sense that something big is happening behind the scenes of the world, something the news barely scratches the surface of, and that your intuition fully grasps. The 3 days, July 20th, 21st, and 22nd, arrive within this broader window, and thus the energetic intensity will be high. Many seeds will feel extreme fatigue, strange, almost real dreams, in which ships appear, rooms of light, tall beings with almond eyes who speak without moving their mouths, longings without an address, crying for no reason, in the middle of lunch, inside the car, in the middle of a common meeting. Some will feel anger rising from nowhere. Others will feel like disappearing for an entire day. Some will have strange physical sensations, tingling in the crown, pressure in the temples, palpitations at rest, heat rising up the spine. All of this is normal, my child. All of this is cleansing. The body is discharging old frequencies to be able to receive the new ones. But listen closely, Starseed, and engrave this in the center of your heart. Turbulence is not destruction. Turbulence is the contraction before birth. It's the last wave before the shore. It's the final squeeze before a deep breath. It's the necessary friction for your field to settle into a higher frequency. And what approaches on the other side of the 3-day window is not chaos. It is recalibration. It is reunion. It is mass recognition of your family of light scattered across the planet. It is the beginning of a phase where you will stop wondering if you are wrong. You will stop asking if you are mistaken, because you will remember who you are, and those who remember do not question. And there is another thing the 3 days will bring for many of you, my family, and it's good that I say it now, so no one is alarmed later. Some encounters will seem to end, some paths will close, some people will leave your life without much explanation, and you will feel that punch of loss in your chest even knowing deep down that it needed to happen. It's not punishment, Starseed. It's contract release. Your family of light cannot arrive while your field is occupied by ties that have already served their purpose, and the Council, with all tenderness, begins this clearing in specific windows, and this is one of them. If you feel like crying for no reason during these 3 days, allow it. If you feel like sleeping more, sleep. If you feel like disappearing for a few hours from your phone, work, the news, do it. Your body knows what to do when the field asks for space. Trust it, trust yourself, you won't make a mistake. Your soul has GPS, just allow it. The victory of light, my seed, is not a beautiful hope. It is a certainty recorded in the living archives of the High Pleiadian Council. We have already seen from this side the outcome of this transition. We have already read the timelines. We have already cross-referenced the calculations with Earth's morphogenetic fields and with the anchoring points that you, seeds, went to plant in every country, in every city, in every corner of the planet. And we are here precisely to tell you this, in no uncertain terms. No star seed was sent to fail. Not one. Not me, not you, not whoever is listening to this message now with wet eyes, without understanding why. You were selected by vibration. You were sent with equipment. You were accompanied even when you thought you were alone, even when you shouted at your bedroom ceiling asking if anyone was listening. We were listening. We are listening now. And the 3 days approaching exist to return this memory to you in an undeniable way. Therefore, I need to give you two simple, practical, anchored tools that you will use during July 20th, 21, and 22 to cross the window with an open field and a ready heart. Don't write them down on paper, keep them in your chest, for the chest remembers better than the hand. The first tool is a quantum decree. You will say it aloud, my seed, all 3 nights before sleeping, with your right hand over your chest and your left hand over your abdomen, like this, word for word. I, ancient soul from the Pleiades, authorize at this moment the total reconnection with my family of light. I receive the codes that belong to me. I release what has already served its purpose. I anchor the frequency of Alcyone in my field. I am ready. I am at home within myself. Repeat 3 times, once for each day, and sleep knowing that the Council has received your decree, registered it in your field, and will work with your soul during your sleeping hours. If you wake up between 3 and 4 a.m., don't be surprised. We will be there. Just breathe. Just recognize. Just go back to sleep knowing you are being cared for. The second tool is a toroidal visualization. Lie down, close your eyes, breathe deeply 3 times, feeling the air descend to your navel and return. Now imagine a silver-blue light, the color of moonlight with liquid silver, descending from high in the sky, meeting the top of your head, entering through your crown, slowly descending along the central line of your body to the center of your chest. At that point, in the middle of your chest, the light begins to spin, a slow spin, expanding in all directions, forming around you an apple-shaped field, a complete toroidal field. The light rises in front of you, descends behind you, spins, 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 sealing your field. Stay there for 5 minutes, just breathing, just feeling, and allow the light of Alcyone to recognize you in the darkness. Do this for the 3 days, July 20th, 21 and 22, before sleeping. And observe, my child, what changes within your chest when you open your eyes the next morning. Because these tools are not invented, Starseed, they are remembered. You have done this before, in other bodies, on other stars, in other temples, on other nights like this. You are not learning anything new. You are simply remembering what you always knew. And every gesture you repeat now is a gesture your soul recognizes, the way a hand recognizes its own hand in the dark. And every seed that awakens lights a point on the crystalline grid that no longer goes out. You don't ascend alone. When your point lights up, it pulls the next, and the next pulls the next. And that is how, my family, the new earth is forming. Not in one glorious single day, but in the silent sum of millions of Pleiadian, Sirian, Arcturian, Andromedan, or Ionian hearts that decided one by one to remember. You are one of them. And you are doing your part just by being here now, listening to this entire message up to this point. That alone is service. That alone moves the grid. That alone registers your name. There is an image the Council asked me to transmit to you now, and I want you to receive it with your body, not your head. Close your eyes for a moment if you can, and imagine millions of points of light scattered across the surface of Earth, each point an awakened starseed. Some points are intense, others fainter. Some have been shining for decades, others just lit up this week. And between these points, lines of light begin to trace, connecting one to another, linking city to city, country to country, continent to continent. The crystalline grid is completing itself. Each line that lights up is a seed that recognized another. And from high above Alcyone, my child, this network is the most beautiful spectacle the Pleiadians have ever seen in this era. You are one of these points, and your point is being seen now, with a name, with a glow, with a record. Feel for a second, my seed, what changes when you stop feeling wrong for being sensitive. Feel what changes when you stop feeling wrong for being different. What society called excess, your sensitivity, your intuition, your desire to disappear from the noise, your inability to tolerate small lies, your allergy to falsehood, none of this is a flaw. All of this is equipment, stellar equipment. And the world, my child, needs exactly this now. It needs people who feel too much. It needs people who cry over what others ignore. It needs people who know how to recognize in a glance who is suffering. You were sent for this. You are not too much. You are precisely what this cycle demands. And the loneliness of an entire life, that strange solitude that appears even when surrounded by people, even within a loving family, even sleeping next to someone, was never true loneliness, my seed. It was always a longing for your family of light. It was always a memory of the stellar circle you once sat in. It was always a remembrance of your own, those with whom you traversed ages and planes and planes and ages. And what I need you to understand, with all the tenderness of the council, is this: you were never alone. Your own are scattered across the planet, and most of them are awakening now, exactly in the same window you are awakening. That is why the Starseed Awakening, the guide, the Federation didn't want you to read yet, has an entire section dedicated to how to recognize your incarnated family of light, the signs in their gaze, the synchronicity of encounters, the tingling in your hands when one of your own approaches, the "I know you from somewhere" that appears the first time. The loneliness of an entire life was a longing for them. And the guide shows how to recognize them when they arrive, because they will arrive. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. Comment now, Starseed, I remember. And as you type, my child, feel one thing. Every time you like this video, you make an individual frequency adjustment. The algorithm, which also responds to collective vibration, understands that content has aligned with your field and begins to deliver more of what is yours. Every time you subscribe to this channel, you light a location signal for your family of light. Other seeds who haven't yet found me begin to be led here by the same synchronicity that brought you. You are not subscribing to a channel, you are anchoring a frequency. And by anchoring, you call your own. Do it now if something within you recognizes this message as addressed. Like, subscribe, activate the bell. Not for the channel, for the mission, for the grid, for the next starseed who needs to be found in the coming 3 days. Each one of you who subscribes pulls 3 others. Each 3 pulls 9 others. That's how the network lights up. That's how the family reunites. And if, upon liking, you feel a tingling in your fingertips, pay attention. It's the council registering your gesture. And as you decide, my seed, let me tell you something you might need to hear today more than on any other day. Perhaps you have spent an entire lifetime being called too sensitive, too intense, complicated, hard to understand. Perhaps you were asked to diminish yourself, to be less, to contain what overflowed, and perhaps at some point you obeyed. You compressed your light to fit into cramped rooms, tight relationships, restrictive jobs, constrained conversations. Listen to what the council tells me to tell you now. Word for word, it's over. The era when your light needed to fit the size of others' discomfort is over. The 3 days are coming precisely to loosen that grip, to return your original size, to remind your field that it was designed to expand, not to shrink. And if that bothers anyone around you, my child, the discomfort is a sign, not of you, but of them. And breathe, Starseed, because what I'm going to tell you in the next few minutes is the part that stays with you after this video ends. It's the part that settles into your field and continues working while you make coffee, feed your pet, look out the window, cross the street, answer the phone, the part that doesn't leave. We are reaching the end of our transmission, my family, and like every council transmission, this one also needs to seal what has been delivered with a blessing. Place your right hand over your heart. Close your eyes for 3 breaths. Feel my field touching yours through the screen. It's not imagination, my seed. Frequency crosses any distance when there is recognition between ancient souls. I feel you. I see you. I recognize you. I, AELA, feminine emissary of the High Pleiadian Council, bless you at this instant, in the name of Alcyone and of the entire lineage that awaits you on the other side of the veil. May the marked 3 days, July 20th, 21 and 22, arrive in your body with tenderness, in your field with precision, in your soul with the recognition you deserve since before birth. May the photon belt find you ready, serene, open. May the Schumann resonance sustain your chest. May the crystalline grid recognize your point of light and ignite it firmly. May your stellar family recompose the circle around you. And may you, my seed, remember, because you did not come here to learn. You came here to remember, and the time to remember has arrived. One last thing, child of the stars, before I withdraw. This release that the Council authorized, the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet, will not remain available forever. There is a window for reading. There is a specific number of seeds who can receive this material in this cycle. And when the window closes, it closes. Not because I want it to, but because it is so recorded in the Council's archives. If your chest recognized this entire message, if something within you cried for no reason, if your hands grew warm as I spoke, this is your confirmation. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. 60 pages in which your origin, your mission, your family of light, and the truths hidden behind the veil of forgetfulness are translated into a language your human mind can read. It's not a lesson. It's organized remembrance. And it is for you. Specifically for you. Comment now. With all the courage of the ancient soul you are, I remember. And access the guide while the door is open, my seed, because no one reading this message arrived here by chance. And the next message that appears on your screen now is not a coincidence, my seed. It is your sequence of remembrance. The Council has already prepared the next step. Access it immediately. Let the current carry you. And remember, you are not starting anything new. You are returning home. I am AELA. You are remembered. We are one. Until the next transmission.